Jersey, a final adventure for a roller coaster at Six Flags. The KINGDA Ka has come down. Fans watched as crews imploded the ride in Jackson Township. The world's once fastest and tallest roller coaster.
Oh my God!
Reduced to a pile of steel.
It was like less than 5 seconds. The whole thing just went, it's gone.
KINGDA Ka crashed to the ground this morning at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson Township.
Right when the shockwave hit me, my heart dropped. I'm like, there it goes.
The controlled implosion just before 7 in the morning delighted and disappointed fans at the same time.
I'm really going to miss riding it.
The thrill ride, affectionately known as Ka, used a hydraulic launch system, slingshotting riders from 0 to 128 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds, climbing 456 feet in the air.
When you think roller coaster, you think of this, the tallest, fastest roller coaster in the world.
The coaster was a hit with park goers, logging more than 12 million rides since it debuted back in 2005.
I rode it well over 7,000 times in its lifetime.
The whole ride lasted less than a minute. This morning's implosion, less than 5 seconds.
People might be down about this right now, but the future is bright. We've been promised a good future plan for this park, so I'm looking forward to that.
Did you
able to see that, Brody?
Six Flags has not revealed what will replace KINGDA Ka, but it is promising a new launch coaster that's expected to break records set to take off in 2026.
Out in Jersey.
On Jersey, stand the fuck up, bruh. Would you go on that motherfucker?
What's that?
Would you go on that roller coaster?
Would I?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I'm a thrill seeker. You know what's crazy is like for me, if there's the way I always viewed it is like if something scary is a motherfucker, but I'm seeing people jump off this motherfucker. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be straight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I was always fearless like that. I'll be scared as a motherfucker, but then like I like that shit. I love roller coasters. Like at the drop zone, the free falling joint at Great America. That's my favorite, bro. Because I was like the closest I can get to flying. You know what I mean? Where it's like, well, it's more like falling, you know what I mean? But it's like, yo, that shit's crazy. I have dreams about that shit, you know what I mean? Because you get up there, you see the whole city, and then the whole thing is they drop you for like a second. So you hear everyone scream, ah! But see, I'm already on game, so you're just ready for it. That first little drop, then they drop you the whole way. You know what I mean? Because that first one is just to fuck with you, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah. And that's one of the ones.
Like this. To do this.
Mm-hmm.
I done that shit one time. I think I did it at Great America. Oh, everything.
Back in the days, fools used to hold a coin. They'll put a coin on their hand or they'll put a coin on their knee.
The gravity.
Yeah, because you see that motherfucker just be floating right above it.
That's crazy.
And then, like, when you see the motherfuckers come down, you hear all the screams. All the shits come down, you hear all the coins. You know what I mean? That shit, but they had the little overhead thing, so you know what I mean. Everybody was cool, but you see all kind of change everywhere. You know what I mean?
Because the one at Great America is hella big. You know what I mean? It's a lot of motherfuckers that could get on that bitch. So I done that bitch one time. I done the Top Gun one time. The Top Gun, I think, is the last roller coaster that do all the weird shit. Is the last time I rode that.
Yeah, you're sitting and your legs are hanging, and like for everybody that's in SoCal at Six Flags, it's Top Gun that we're talking about. It's like the Batman ride, you know what I mean? Where it's like you got the harness and you locked in, your feet's dangling, and you just go. You feel me?
You get to
that
hit
shit's tight.
On my mama, and that was my 8th grade year, bro. That was our 8th grade trip, 100%. That's the last time I've been on a roller coaster. I do not I do not fuck with that shit at all. But the water slides, I could do 50-foot drops on the water slide or whatever it is. Like we got one at Cal Expo that it's called the Cliffhanger. That's old school shit. I forgot how many stories that bitch is, but I do that multiple times. We got
there's some kind of comfortability psychologically knowing that you're about to drop into some water too. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm about to be all right. You know what I mean?
100%, because I'm a water bug though, bro. I think
amphibians, land and water.
Yeah, I think I'm Michael Phelps around this bitch, bro. I done been in the motherfucking middle of the Atlantic Ocean, bro, with no motherfucking life vest on.
Oh, word.
On my mama in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I remember I almost got lost at sea. So we were in Turtle Bay, is in Kauai, or not Kauai, in Honolulu.
Okay.
Right? So we're in a Turtle Bay, and we're goddamn snorkeling with the turtles, right? And I'm shrooming, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just one with nature. I'm with the turtles. I'm fucking gone. And every so often, I think I hear something. So I just pop my head out the water. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just tripping. I'm shrooming, right? So go back in the water. And then like, I'm just gone with all the fish and everything. And then somebody just grabs me. They're like, oh shit, scared the fuck out of me. He's like, hey bro, I've been calling you, bro.
You was going too far out.
I was way in the fuck out.
Oh my
But
mom.
every so often I think I'm hearing something. I'm like, what is that? Like, oh, no, ain't nothing. You know, back in the water. You feel me? And I'm just floating, just going, you know what I mean? And he was like, bro, and then I'm swimming backward, bro. I was hella far, bro.
Oh my mama.
I'm so happy he didn't give up on me, bro.
That's federal. And then the cool thing is that water be so motherfucking clear, right? And it's motherfucking like, bro, and like where I was at, that shit was only like 30 feet deep, but we held
well, because them swells will go up and down. So all of a sudden, like the swells will go up, and then I see all the turtles smashing in the undercurrent. Like goddamn Finding Nemo for real. They just smashing. Then the swells is coming down. Now I'm all close to them. Oh shit! Like, you know what I mean? And they just all around me and shit.
That's federal.
Shit was crazy. But they were also saying, don't touch the turtles because their immune system is like weak to some shit that we can give them or some shit like that, right?
Wow.
So it's like a 25 bands of fine if you get caught touching these turtles and shit. So even like I get close, I'm like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? I'm like, I ain't trying to pay no 25 bands.
And I think we was talking about it backstage one time before too, though. And you was like, the motherfuckers, they be like 75, 100 years old, though.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. If they're undisturbed and they got the food and you know what I mean, and the guy got a lot of natural predators, but I'm talking about even like them desert ones though, like Kaepernick. Shout out to Bones right here. That fool grew up. He had a pet turtle, a giant fucking desert turtle.
That's what it was. That's what we was talking about.
Yeah, it was a fucking giant desert turtle. And they said this motherfucker was like 75 years old, just been with the family for hella long, like generations and shit.
I had a little turtle as a teenager, and that motherfucker got out, and I couldn't find that motherfucker for like a week. And then one day that motherfucker ended up popping up in my room, and I found his ass, put his ass back in the motherfucking
in the little tank.
Oh, everything.
Yeah, I had a turtle growing up. I had to have one, brother. Ninja, man, I grew up on Ninja Turtles, bro. I was like, I need a turtle.
Come on now.
Nigga,
I had a hamster. That was my first pet, was a hamster. That motherfucker died on me. I cried like a motherfucker. Oh, everything.
Man, I remember I always had dogs, right? From a puppy. And then like I remember I had a German Shepherd. That motherfucker grows up like a year, 2 years later. Then my dad's like, man, you cannot handle that dog. You know what I mean? Because I was like 8 years old, big ass German Shepherd. You know what I mean? Hey, this motherfucker hey, check this out. His name was Ninja, right? But we also called him Mo. And then his tag said Mo, right? But anyway, this motherfucker would clear the fence all day, every day, just be gone. You know what I mean? And we were never really a type to neuter the dogs too. So, you know what I'm saying? Until later when I had like a mini Doberman with like some fly shit. I was like, at one point, I was like, man, we might need to chop his balls.
You had a min pin?
Yeah, that was my nig, bro. He got out too and somebody snatched him up.
One of my homies breed min pins.
Bro, they hit too.
Oh my mama. He breed
what is it called? I got close at one point to buying another one because the homie he had the line on the blue mini Dobermans.
Yeah, you know my boy be having them bitches. Oh, everything.
Bro, those are so dope looking, bro.
Motherfuckers is vicious too, bro.
Yeah, they're big. They're just like big Dobermans, only small.
And then my neighbor across the street, so he got the golden Doberman, the regular size ones.
Yeah,
and the black one. And his litter last year
they just chilling like this.
Bro, they cold pieces.
They yoked up, just watching the block.
14 puppies on everything.
Oh, that hard.
Before I was
born, I grew up with the Dobermans. So we had a big Doberman, and they used to tell me this when I was little. They're like, don't go outside. when I was there. You feel me? But a dog, but that at that point too, that dog was old too, so that dog was crazy. You know, they be going senile too, for real though.
So my dad and two of my uncles, all three of them, they had Dobermans, but this is before I was born though, on everything. This like in the 70s and like type shit. My mama told me stories about my dad when she first met him with the Doberman that he had. And then like going on later on, he was having them motherfucking Rottweilers. That's how I got on the Rottweilers on everything.
You remember the RC cars back in the days?
Oh yeah, Radio Shack.
Yeah, hell yeah. So like they'll set the cones up on the block, and then my dad and all my uncles, they be racing around and shit. And that dog will go crazy, bust through the fence, and just start tearing cars up. Like the Doberman was crazy, bro.
Hey, you know what? Some of my favorite
motherfuckers did not, and he would get them running. You know what I mean? He's running right into the path of the cars, getting hit, but didn't give a fuck, just attacking.
Watch this though. I'm gonna tell you what some of my favorite RC shit is, and it might be the lamest shit ever, but this is when I was a kid, going to Great America and race.
That shit's hard. The boats,
nigga. Oh my mama,
that shit hella hard, bro.
That's some of my favorite shit ever, bro. Oh, everything.
That shit was dumbass hard, bro. Hey, you know it'd be funny too. You see a boat, you get the gimpy boat. You be like, oh, you be hella mad.
Oh, everything.
And the boat shit was hella hard, bro.
I love that shit, bro. I swear to you, that's some of my favorite shit.
The big ass wheel.
Oh, my mama.
Like he was on a ship for real. Hey, that shit was clean.
That was my shit, bro.
It was right over the bridge. Then boom, it had the water right there. Yeah, that shit was hard. Great America was my shit.
That's bruh.
We used to have season. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. When we was like 14, 15, we was there every day because we would just steal a Corolla. Like back in the days, allegedly, right? You say because them 1990s and before, Corollas and Camrys, bro, you could just jam anything into that motherfucker and start the car, man. So all you had to do was get in the motherfucker. And 9 times out of 10, that shit would be open. Like, all right, fucking boom. We smashing.
Yeah, Great America, Northern California kids. That was a staple. Manteca water slides. That was
Manteca.
Oh, everything.
You remember what was it called? Is it Waterworld?
Waterworld here. Y'all got a Waterworld out there. I've been to that motherfucker in San Jose.
Raging Waters.
Raging Waters. I've been to that motherfucker out there.
That's right there. That's where I'm from. That's right there in the east side, like in the hood.
I've been there with
a fucking water park.
Oh, everything.
Then there's a park right next to it called Cunningham Park. It's like one of them like where there's like a little mountain in the middle. And you got like trails and there's all kind of water. You can feed the ducks and ride paddle boats and shit.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah, we would just go there and smoke all day. You know what I mean?
Oh, my mama, I think
there'd be a goddamn sheriff in that motherfucker for real though. Oh shit, the sheriff's coming.
Shout out to my big brother John Tate, man. 100% he is a 408 representative.
Yeah, that's right there on Tilly.
Oh, everything.
Right off of Tilly. I remember it was like a big deal, like in like the mid 90s or whatever, like Tom Cruise and his kids that he had with Nicole Kidman, right? So they're like, and Tom Cruise allegedly like a pilot too, and like, cause right across the street there's that little mini airport, right? And I had my studio up in there years later. But anyways, this airport got all the Cessna planes coming and going. You know what I mean? And so like he flew his plane in there with his kids. And then he shut down Raging Waters, and then they tore it down and shit. Yeah, that was like, it was like a big deal. We're like, oh shit, Tom Cruise, man. You know, because we're from San Jose, we didn't have one yet. We didn't have Smash Mouth or fucking. I guess we had Darnell. What's her name? Dion Dawkins, I think is her name. Do you know the way to San Jose? Yeah, because we didn't really have nothing coming out of San Jose like that. You know what I mean? But we had a big ass city. Then we had the Sharks. I think they gave us the Sharks like in like 91 or 92 or something like that.
Yeah, shout out to the Sharks. They got some of the illest uniforms in all of sports, man.
You ain't lying.
That teal go crazy, bro. On everything.
You ain't lying. That teal is pretty fresh.
Yeah, nah, facts, bro. Going out on this one, that motherfucker said 0 to 128 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. No. 456 feet in the air. No. That motherfucker been around since 2005, and they just now tearing that bitch down. But they said they coming with bigger, faster, and better, 100%. So shout out to all you motherfuckers that love roller coasters.
Yeah.
That's one of them destinations, because motherfuckers that like them roller coasters, they travel and you know what I mean, and go.
Yeah. Shout out to Kidda. Kidda was one of them guys growing up.
Is that right?
Yeah, he said. I remember he told me a story one time. He was like, well, first of all, he's a ride mechanic now as a profession, which is like,
shout out to
because when he was a kid, he just loved roller coasters and shit. But he said when he graduated high school, his moms and pops was like, hey, anywhere you want to go, we'll buy you a trip. He said, and they're like, Italy, fucking Spain. They're like, anywhere you want to go. And he's like, I want to go to Ohio. Because they had a fucking new roller coaster over there at the little fucking Six Flags or whatever it was. It was supposed to be like the baddest motherfucker on the planet at the time. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, so he went. You feel me? I was like, okay. And hey, I fuck with roller coasters though. You know what I'm saying? My kids too. It's funny because my son, it was his first like exposure to like riding rides and shit. And he liked the ones that don't go up and down. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah, like we was at Disneyland. I took him on the little fucking spaceship joint, and you can control that bitch go up and down. And it's just going in a circle. You know what I mean? So like I would like hit it on the decline when we're coming around the bend. So it was like really feel that G-force. You know what I mean? And he was like, I don't like that. I was like, all right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I fuck with though. So I ain't been to Great America in hella years though, right? But Santa Cruz, I ain't done Santa Cruz in maybe
Santa Cruz. I ain't been to Santa Cruz in
like
maybe
the
boardwalk.
Years. Yeah, on my mama. But what Great America and Santa Cruz got together? They got the Big Dipper and the Grizzly. You know what I mean? The Grizzly is a wooden coaster, and the Big Dipper is a wooden roller coaster. Man, I can do
those are classic right there.
Those do that shit. Oh my mama.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everything. But the other joints, man, I ain't fucking with no and then
you don't go upside down.
Man, fuck all and backwards, circles, man, fuck all of the above. 100%.
Yeah. Now there was this joint in Magic Mountain down in SoCal. It was called the Goliath. So this bitch was as tall as the drop zone, but it's a coaster. And it doesn't go upside down, so you just have the bar right here.
Oh no.
But it goes dummy high, then it drops you down, almost damn near vertical, but the G-force holds you down. Then you get into a corkscrew. So you're sideways now. You're never upside down. You're sideways going in this corkscrew, and that shit is just fucking tight. It's like the closest I can get to being like Neo in the Matrix when he's just flying around and shit. But like this shit is mad dangerous, like feeling though, because it's like I feel like I could fly out, but the G-force just holds you there. You know what I mean? And you got the little thing. But I'm a skinny motherfucker, so I just be. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that bitch is gonna fly. You feel me? And I'm in there standing with my hands up and shit.
Oh yeah, everything. Fuck
when you get sideways though, that shit crazy because you're like, oh, you can't even like do nothing. You're like, oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck all.
Shout out to the Goliath.
Maybe when I was a little bit younger. Oh, everything. Like I said, that last time I hit the motherfucking Top Gun was in the 8th grade, bro. Oh, everything.
Hey, look, I think I want to say the last time I rode the drop zone was probably like 10 years ago, 2015-ish or something like that, right?
Oh,
shit. I remember when I jumped off that ride, my whole body hurt. I was like, oh, like my feet hurt and shit. Because it's like, I'm like, oh shit, I actually felt all my blood go. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I'm old now. That was only 10 years ago.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I know motherfuckers that done skydive. Oh, everything.
See, skydiving is one of the ones I had on the list, but I can't never. Now that I have like several, as soon as I start having kids, there's certain things I can't, because that's like a high. I feel like that's I can like almost die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how safe it is. You got breast strapped to your back too. I don't know this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
No.
Because the first time you're gonna jump, you can't just jump on your own, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, my
so
dog.
You're gonna have like this motherfucker, he's strapped to you, and I'm like, listen, bro, I don't even know the dude. You know what I mean? Like, what if he just wanted? It's all of a sudden the time he wanted to end it. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, it's just a routine jump, but he's had enough.
Oh, everything.
He's had enough of his life. I just happen to be strapped to him, bro. I'm like, yo.
Hey, they definitely need psychological evaluations for their job. Everything.
You ain't lying.
On a weekly basis. So everything. Fuck that. Yeah, my dog real rest in peace of my dog. Bro, he did the skydiving shit.
Yeah, man.
The cold piece.
Yeah, bungee jumping. You know what I mean? Like maybe when I was younger, it would have been cool. You know what I'm saying? Your whole spinal cord is just like when you recoil, your whole spinal cord stretches out.
Oh yeah, that's a nice chiropractor.
Okay.
Bake said we got some action. He said nice